conditional formatting with two criteria. This is what we're going to see in today's video. Let's say I want to highlight some items that I have in my inventory list because they are low in stock. However, I don't want to highlight all those items just considering one single condition. I also want to check the average margin because let's say I am here with a limited budget. So I only want to buy items with margins greater than or equal to 20%. So this is my first criteria. And the second criteria is with low stock. So this is the second one. That way I need to check for both informations. The current quantity comparing to the minimum stock quantity. And also the second criteria is going to be the average margin. So let's take here the first product that I have, widget 1001. And I can see here that I have 10 units in stock. However, the minimum stock is equal to 15. That way, of course, I need to buy this product because the current quantity is lower than the minimum stock. But if I go to the average margin, I can see that the margin is not that good enough to buy this product. However, I can move on to the next one. So let's take this product right here. The current quantity is exactly equal to the minimum quantity in stock. However, maybe I can buy this product. So the first criteria is met. Now I can move on to the second criteria. The average margin is equal to 56%. So, okay, the second criteria also is met. So that way I know that I need to buy this specific product and on and on. But imagine if I need to do it all throughout all these lists that I have. It's going to take a long time. So maybe it's a good idea to use conditional formatting in Excel. If you go to the Home tab and here to the right, you're going to see conditional formatting and you have a lot of rules. However, we don't have access to a rule that allows us to use more than just one condition, 2 criteria, 3, 4, 5, and on and on. That way, we're going to need to customize it, our own rule. So click on New Rule, because here we can go to the last option, use a formula to determine which cells to format, and within this part, we can type in the formula that we need. However, before we do it, let's understand what maybe can be the formula to help us. Equal sign here in a column to the right, I need to check for both conditions. The first one can be equal sign, and because I need to check both conditions, I can use here the AND function, AND, because the AND function allows us to use many different logical tests. And the first one is going to be if the current quantity that I have, that is this cell to the left, is less than or also equal to the minimum stock quantity. Okay, if it's true, we can move on to the second logical test. Comma. The second one is I want to be if the average margin is greater than or equal to 20%. Okay, now I can close parentheses. If I hit enter, I already gonna have either false or true. Let me bring this formula down at the bottom right corner, click, hold, and drag. And that way we can see that I have a couple of falses and also a couple of true as result. And as we saw before, the second row, the second item that I have, of course, I have here as the result the true, because I need to buy this product. But anyway, now that we already understand how to use the function itself to check for both of our conditions, we can double click in the first function, 1, 2, and then chop literally everything. And then right click, chop. Now I can get rid of everything that I did and select the cells where I want to apply the conditional formatting. What is the range where you want to apply this highlight? I want to highlight the item itself. So let me select all the items that I have. Okay, this is the range that I want to use. And then I can go to the Home tab, Conditional Formatting, and New Rule again. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. And here in this blank bar, I want to right click and go to Paste. This is already done. This is the formula that we need to use. Whenever we have true as result, we can format a cell. So let's go. And if we have false, the cell is gonna remain with the currently format. Let's go to the format and then let me apply some change to the font itself. Maybe I can use bold and a white color. And as the fill in the background, I can use a reddish color. And then I can click OK and OK again. And as we can see, whenever now I have an item such as the second item that we manually check in the beginning of the video, that I need to buy this item, the item is going to be automatically highlighted for me. That way I know all the items that I need to buy based on 2 different criteria. the margin, and also the quantity in stock, okay? Now, let's make some changes here and see if it's gonna update automatically for us. Let's say that item 05, I have 10 units in stock. But let's change, instead of 10 units, I'm gonna have 11, for example, and then I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, the item is not being highlighted anymore. And if I change to 9, the item go back to the reddish color. And if I change the minimum quantity in stock, now it's 10. But if I change to 5 and then press enter, the item is gonna go back to the standard format, let's say. Now let's go here to the margin. So 38.20, of course, is greater than or equal to 20%. So this is why it's being highlighted. But let me change the average margin to 15. I'm gonna hit enter, and look what's gonna happen with this item 005. Enter. Okay, now it's not going being highlighted anymore. So this is how we can use conditional formatting in Excel based on 2, 3, 4, 5 different criteria. If you have more criteria to use, you can continue to use the AND function, and you can keep adding more conditions. First condition, comma, second one, comma, third one, and on and on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, if you have any questions or any suggestions to the next videos, let me know, because every day has a new video. So I see you there.